Welcome back to the Post. Oh, we got a journey for you. Coffee shop owner turned United States of America, Mrs. Texas, on the Post today. Brianna Smith, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for having me.
You have quite a story. First of all, congratulations. Thank you for representing the state of Texas.
Beautiful crown.
Thank you. This is
sparkling.
like getting to play dress up little girl's dreams every day right now.
Yeah.
Now, you have done pageants since you were a little girl. You were doing it, you're doing it, and then you get married, you get a hubby, and then you're like, oh, my pageant days are done, because you didn't think there were many more pageants after that. Then you're in Texas and you realize, oh, wait, there are misses. There are older ones for those that are married, those that are older, pageants, and you jump on in.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I have been competing in pageants since I was 5 years old. And like you said, when I got married, I thought that dream was over, that ship had sailed. And then I came to Texas and I realized how big Mrs. Pageantry is. And I dove right in and realized that as a Mrs. and a married woman, I just had so much more to offer. We're seasoned. We're in a different phase of life. We have so much more to offer.
More wisdom, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Is this when you were crowned?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So
this was October 11th. This was when, my year of 2026 started.
Oh, wow.
What was going through your mind when you were announced as the winner?
Honestly, it's such a surreal moment, total out-of-body experience. My first runner-up was my best friend, Candace. So her and I met competing in pageants. And so it's been amazing. And to watch that back it's just a dream come true. This is almost 10 years in the making, becoming the next USOA Mrs. Texas.
So you just kept trying.
I just kept trying. Yeah, I had a mission and I had a story that I wanted to share, and I wasn't willing to throw in the hat.
You have two girls.
I do.
Two little girls, right? You own a coffee shop. It is By the Grace of Coffee. Which town is it in?
Yeah, it's in Decatur, Texas.
Decatur. What does this say, or what do you hope it says to your two little girls?
I hope that it shows them that you can do anything you set your mind to, that your dreams don't have an expiration no matter what phase of life that you're in. Yeah. When I got married, I thought my next steps were to start a family, right? Mm-hmm. And when we decided to try and start having a family, we unfortunately experienced infertility and miscarriage. And it was something that I suffered through silently by myself. And it wasn't until I started speaking about our experiences that I realized how common it was and how many women were suffering through the exact same experiences that I was. So I started talking about it. And by just putting myself out in front of people and being willing to have open, real conversations and be a relatable person, it meant a lot. And I was able to make connections with people on a much deeper level.
What have you loved so much about being involved in pageants? I know it's such a tight-knit community. You said your best friend you met there.
Yes.
I know so many of the pageant girls who I've known over the years have said the same thing. I think there are a lot of misconceptions, though.
There are.
I mean, it gives you an amazing platform. Like, what do you love so much about doing
it? The sisterhood is real. I mean, it really is. There's nowhere else that you can put yourself in the same room with so many like-minded women that really, truly just want to connect with people and make a difference and help people no matter what phase of life they might be going through. And that's what I do every single day, with or without the crown on. My platform, Building Bridges, is just putting myself in front of people and being relatable at the end of the day and being able to connect with people and give them a safe and honest space to just be real.
Yeah.
Speaking about being real, you got a podcast with your hubby, I heard. And it's called The Playbook and the Crown. He was an NFL, but he's over here on the side.
Yeah.
He was an NFL player?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So what do you guys talk about on this podcast? Because I've heard you get real.
We do, yeah. We pride ourselves on just being real, transparent people. Like I said, we have a unique journey of being in the NFL and then being transferred into real life, with no expectation.
That transition would be tough, yeah.
It is, yeah. They don't prepare you for that transition, for sure. But we always just pride ourselves on being relatable, like I said, and being able to connect with people no matter what room we step into. I've never met a stranger. Yeah. So pageants is just such an easy thing for me. I love just being in a room and talking to people and connecting.
So the podcast just makes complete sense.
It does.
You went through when you talk about the miscarriages that you had. You had multiple miscarriages.
4.
And the 4 miscarriages, and then you went through IVF as well. So it is a struggle for so many women. And how have you found the response has been when you do start speaking out?
I was really scared when I started talking about it. My family and friends thought I was crazy. Why are you airing your dirty laundry on Facebook, right? And so that's what I did. I started a public group on Facebook, and I just started started sharing our experiences and talking about it. And I had strangers messaging me almost daily, just thanking me for sharing my experience and thanking me for being transparent and giving them hope. When we finally got our first miracle daughter, my oldest daughter, Paisley, it gave people, you know, the ability to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So if by sharing my struggles and my experience, if that gave them something to hang on to, it was worth it.
It just makes you feel less alone, because I think so many of us, you know, you scroll through social media and it's like, oh, everything's working out perfectly for everyone, right?
Yeah.
You see the highlight reel.
100%.
And then to hear like, oh, wait, you know, she had a miscarriage or she's going through IVF, and maybe that's, you know, something a lot of people can relate to and say, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. You know, I think that's huge for women.
Yeah, and our family and friends, they want to be there for us, of course. But that is something that I don't want to discredit how, you know, how much your family and friends want to be there for you. But that is an experience and a struggle that people just, they can't understand what you're feeling and what you're going through unless they've unfortunately truly been through it themselves.
Well, and a lot of people, you know, they had a different experience. They're like, they don't understand it. So maybe questions they ask or comments they make could be a little offensive, and they don't even realize it, or they don't mean to be.
I'll tell you one question I will never ask a newly married couple is, when are you going to have a family? When do you want to start having kids? That is such a loaded question, but I just never knew until we experienced what we did, and you definitely approach it a lot differently.
Yes, no doubt. Okay, so the big competition, you are going on to represent the state of Texas.
Yes.
The USOA Nationals, it's what, at the end of March?
End of March in Las Vegas.
How do you prepare for that?
You know, it's
or do you
a lot.
Just be you?
Yeah, you really do. You just need to be you. One of the things I love so much about the United States of America system is their platform: empower, inspire, uplift. And that's their motto. And it's all about just putting yourself in front of people, building community. And my platform does just that. Like I said, I do that with or without a crown on top of my head, just connecting with people and being relatable. So preparing for nationals is doing everything I'm already doing and making sure that I am ready to put my best foot forward and show the judges who I am and why Texas is the best option.
What are some of the categories that you have to like compete in?
So we have to do the traditional categories. We do evening gown, we do swimwear, and then we do judges interview, which is my favorite. And then the USOA system also has a category, it's called the ambassador. And they really want somebody that's going to truly represent their organization in the best way possible. So they're looking at your community involvement. They're looking at what you're doing every single day in your community to represent their brand and represent the title.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be cheering you on.
You'll
let us know how it goes?
I will, most definitely. And you can watch online as well.
Okay.
Ooh,
Awesome.
Okay. Yes. All right. We'll put the link on our website, fox4news.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And check out the coffee shop too, will you?
Yeah.
And the podcast.
Yes. Thank you.